I have a red nose.
Right.
Good evening, everyone. This is Cricket Laugh for Wednesday, March 26, 2025. And tonight we are talking about how to decide what products you want to use for an issue that you might be trying to deal with, or that a customer of yours asks you, what oils, what supplements should I use for this condition? So we talked about a lot of these references before, but I want to show you specifically how to use them. So one of the very first ones is Young Living. If you just go under shop, you'll see, wait, I'm not sure my screen, am I? Share screen. Here we go. Okay, so when you go under Young Living and you hit shop, you get this pop-up here. So you have exclusive brands. You can shop by need. Youthful living. Okay, I feel like I'm getting on in life. What products should I use? Cleansing. I want to do a detox. What should I use? I need to rest more. What products do you have? Exercise, sports, well-being, frequency enhancement, animal care, skin care, and so on. Daily longevity, targeted supplements, feminine wellness, masculine wellness. Here's, some general categories that you can use. So if you have a general thing that you're working on, you can look here for that. Okay, that's the first place you can look. Okay, what if you have something, specific condition? So Steve mentioned what was it?
Sacral and meningeal nerve issues.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen, my phone screen. Okay, can you see my screen, my phone screen here? Okay, so we're gonna go to Seeds of Time. Okay, start here. Whoops, I keep forgetting I can't click on there. So you wanna look under personal usage. Okay, meningeal, was that it?
Yes.
Okay. M-E-N, is it
I
E?
I-N-G-E-A-L. Oh, go back.
Meningeal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, meningeal. Yep.
Search. So nothing in there. Let's see. Let's go to M. Nope, nothing in there. So let's do one that's in here now, and then we'll go from there. So let's say you have a person who has lupus. So you go in here. Oh, good, it's in here. Let's look up lupus. Okay, so it gives you a description of it. See, it's an autoimmune disease that has several different varieties. We're going to tap on see more. And it describes all the different, the conditions of it. And then it gives essential oils that might help it, blends that might be supportive, and how to use those oils. And then if there are supplements that help it, it will give a list of supplements as well. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. And then you can take a screenshot of this and send it to your friend. Okay, so we can't find, I'm gonna stop casting because, oops. I can't hear you guys when I do that. We'll bring it back when we need to. Okay, so there's also this thing is a place called oil-testimonials.com. Okay, you do have to register. There's no fee for it unless you want the extra bells and whistles. So it's just basically your Young Living email and password, and you log in, and then you do a search, and you can type in meningeo and see if anything comes up here. Nope, no testimonials in there for that. So let's see if we can find one that is in here. Let's say cellulitis. Okay, when you come in here, you'll see all kinds of testimonies from other people who had cellulitis. So you bring this up and it will tell you what they used. This is a personal testimony. This is no particular app or anything like that. It's just what they found that they personally used and what their experience was. So they used oregano, basil, thyme, cypress, marjoram, lavender, and peppermint. And what happened with it. So you can read several different testimonials about that. And maybe you take a couple oils, maybe you've got 2 oils from one person's testimony and a couple oils from the other person's testimony. So you try those and use those oils. So that's another way to find things. Okay, the other thing is now you do a Google search. Meningeo. What was it? Meningeal what, Steve?
Nerve system, nerve package. I'm not sure.
Meningeal.
Nerve issues,
Nerve
that's what
sign.
you have written out.
Okay. So does this sound like you're flex the hip and knee on one side while the patient is lying down. Now extend the knee with the hip still flexed. The sign is positive if the hamstring spasm results in pain in the posterior thigh. Does that sound like you?
No, it's just walking any distance over 50 yards.
Okay.
So
Meningeal irritation. So it's not meningitis. That's something different. Meningeal signs. Nope. Okay. Well, we're going to what else can we, how else can we find this?
Should we ask what is meningeal?
Meningeal pain in your calf, is that right?
Yeah.
Searches related to meningeal pain in the calf. That's what they said it was, huh?
Yep. Well, I mentioned that I saw an osteopath or
Uh-huh.
osteopath and kinesiologist, and that's what he worked on was that system running from the back down through the entire from the back or hip to the foot.
Okay, meningeal system. This says brain and spinal cord.
Yeah.
I think they know. Dexter.
Well, I can look a little further on my end.
No, I want to show you, what, how we figure things like this out. So, go out there and bark. Come on, go.
Maybe I wonder if sacral would be a better word because everyone knows meningitis or meningeal is not as popular, but it's sacral nerve package, sacral nerve system. Try that maybe.
Okay, what we're gonna do is go to this 20 diseases you've probably never heard of and see what we can find here. Because I want to show you how to figure out something. So it's a genetic disorder of copper metabolism. Involves several organs of the body, seizure, stunted growth, and how do they treat it? Okay, so it says copper supplements. So let's go back to the
Seeds of time.
User, seeds of time. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, so let's look at what supplements have copper in them. Well, that doesn't help, is it? This has been a really effective class, hasn't it?
Well, it's kind of interesting to see what you're going through and I mean, yeah, so
So I guess what I'm getting at is like if you you don't know what the disease is, you look it up, you you find out what they do to treat it. Like, do they use an anti-inflammatory? Do they use a vitamin C supplement, whatever? And then you look to see what products Young Living has for those conditions. So let's look at the cellulitis. Symptoms and causes and treatments. Okay. It's a bacterial infection. Can develop from a break or cut. So we know it's a bacterial infection. So what do we do for infections? So again, we go back to the seeds of time. And now we can type in bacterial and see what comes up for that. I don't understand why it keeps doing the same thing. I used to do this all the time. Well, obviously I should have antibacterial. Whoops. Let's go back to let's go into personal usage. Maybe that's why we're not. Here we go. Fungal infections, bacterial and viral. Okay, so here's the oils that are antibacterial and antifungal. And so now you can choose some of these oils and decide, you know, what's good to use for that condition. Let's say it's a, so I've done this with several different kinds of diseases that I've never heard of. I wish I remember what some of those were that people had me look up. And I would, you know, type in that disease and see what they did for treatment. And then I would help the person by saying, okay, well, they're saying, you know, it's a lack of this and it's caused by this. So this product from Young Living is what can help with that. And so, you know, you can help yourself that way too. And you know, if you don't have that app, you can always use the big book if you have the book. And, you know, there's just look in the index to find the condition and then see what you can find in the book. There's just a lot of different ways to look these things up. So don't give up if you just can't find it right off. Go to oil testimonials, go to Google. You could even say, in Google, what oils do I use for this condition? And the answers you get might not be from a person from Young Living, but you can relate it to a Young Living product and decide what Young Living product to use for that. So those are the best advices that I can give to you. So
Hey, Cricket,
yeah,
I have a friend who's got, she's having problems. She's getting sepsis. Can you look up sepsis
sure.
and see what? Because I didn't even think to look up in my book.
You mean on the app on the,
Yeah, on Seeds of Time,
okay.
if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I guess it's still casting. Is it on here? Yeah, here we go.
Huh.
I mean, they have schizophrenia, for goodness sakes. Why don't they have sepsis?
Yeah, that's weird. I'm wondering if they just consider it an infection.
Could be.
How about that? Well, okay.
Okay, let's look up sepsis then. Where are we here? Here we go.
No, I don't think sepsis and septic are similar.
Yeah, sepsis is a septic condition.
Okay.
It's a serious condition in which the body responds improperly to an infection, causing organ damage and sometimes death. I mean, it's become so common now that when Rick was in the hospital, the nurses wore t-shirts that said, "Could it be sepsis?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, awful. Okay, symptoms, causes, treatment, prevention. Your immune system has a dangerous reaction to an infection. It causes extensive inflammation throughout your body that can lead to tissue damage, organ failure, and even death. What do we have for inflammation? Can't hear you, Debbie.
Says
Wintergreen.
lots of things, but Ninja Red is a good anti-inflammatory.
Yep.
And Ninja Red is top #1 thing. I'm gonna look in the app without sharing my screen here.
Copaiba, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah. Frankincense.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Inflammation. Wintergreen, vetiver, German chamomile, Idaho blue spruce, myrrh.
I think half the products
Copaiba,
are
Palo
anti-inflammatory.
Santo, helichrysum. I'm sorry, what?
I just said I think all of our oils are anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, clove. Yeah, frankincense is on the list. Purification, Panaway, Cool Azul, Aromases. Okay, and Immupro. I'm assuming Immu gummies.
Possibly.
So start with the anti-inflammatories and then also go with the infection fighters as a double whammy. So definitely work on the inflammation big time. Like, I'd consider it's depending on how bad they are. You know, I drink Ninja Red shot once an hour
Yeah,
or a double shot once an hour. I
yeah.
mean, it can't hurt you.
No, no. Well, they were talking about putting her in the hospital. I mean, when I had my dog injury in my hand, I had sepsis on my whole right arm.
Yeah.
And they put me in the hospital right away, and I was on antibiotic drip in my arm for 3 days.
Yeah. But see,
Because
they're
they
not
said,
addressing the inflammation piece of it.
yeah,
They're only addressing the infection part of it. So definitely you got to do both.
right.
Yep. For the infection part, inner defense.
Oh, yeah.
So take a double shot of Ninja Red and take it with an inner defense.
Sounds about my normal protocol when I'm like feeling like something's coming on. I just
Yeah, there you go.
hit it.
So there you go. This is probably all not compliant, but
I did one of those classes.
I
yeah,
gotta tell you.
sepsis and septic are just, you know, he's septic or he has septus.
Oh, okay.
So they're just different
Interchangeable.
nouns for how you use it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So as we wrap this up, Barb, I hope you're watching this replay. It's Barb Smith's birthday today. So we're gonna sing happy birthday really fast to her. So double time. Happy
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barb. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow, that
Love you,
was quick.
I
Yeah,
love it.
where's that at? Here we go. Good job. So any other quick questions? I hope that was helpful, even though it was.
No, it was so, thank you very much, because you know, even though we have all these tools, even though those people just starting out that are just watching, they'll have an idea that you can go just about anywhere. Grok is a place where Craig will go and actually just put in information like AI or something, and it comes up with so many different forms of things to look at and figure out. And I'm like, whoa, what was that? But this helps you realize that there's a lot of different avenues and ways that we can find answers of oils that can
Right.
help us.
Right.
So thank you, Cricket.
Without being bewildered. So
Right.
Well,
Okay.
and the oil testimonials, I think, is great because you got other people who are verifying that this oil works.
Right.
yes, exactly. This is what I decided to try, and this is what worked for me.
Right.
So you can
Correct.
look up sepsis on there too, Bonnie.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's-
let me stop the
Right.
recording.
Happy
here.
birthday, Barbara.